All right, so this is the moment you have all been waiting for. Not really, it's just another annealing video. So on the past videos that I've done in the last few days, a lot of you have asked me to anneal the brass to the point that it's pretty much ruined and then size it and see what happens. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna anneal probably 10 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna do the way I typically anneal, because what I'm gonna do today, I've been using scrap brass. Today I'm actually gonna be using some of my good brass that I just shot at the National. So I'm about to ruin some very, very precious brass. So you better give me a like for that. Anyway, so I'm about to ruin some very good brass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna anneal some the way I typically anneal it. Then I'm gonna anneal some at the max time on my annealer, which is 10 seconds. Then I'm gonna go 15 seconds and 20 seconds. That's it. Because that's gonna probably ruin 10 pieces of brass. And if you've ever done any brass prep, you know, neck turning and all that, you know 10 pieces of brass is a lot of pieces of brass. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so before we get started, I need to answer some of the questions that some of you have been asking. Number one, am I quenching my brass after I anneal it? No. I just let it drop on this pan and that's it. Follow-up question is, why am I not quenching the water? Well, because it is not needed. It is not like steel. This is brass, it behaves totally different than steel. So you don't need to quench it. You can air dry it or you can quench it. It really doesn't matter. I just don't want to deal with the water, so I don't quench it. Okay. Number two, I'm trying to think of what you guys have been asking. I know that's the main one. Let me think. Number two, do I use Tempilac? I do not. I tried it when I first started annealing. That was the thing to do, right? We'll get some Tempilac paint. So Tempilac, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's a color sensitive paint that you can get in different temperatures, like 500, 750, and so on and so forth, right? So you put that on the side of the brass. Some people do it inside the necks, which I don't know why, but the main thing you're trying to avoid is annealing the base of the brass, because that's what's going to be the danger point, right? So, you know, I tried the whole Tempilac thing, and then I had to clean the brass, and I just never got really good results. So I just started using the color change on the necks. You know, when it starts to turn red, I would just move it out of the flame, and that was that. So that's how I've always done it, and I'm a very simple-minded person that once I find something that works, I stick with it until something better comes along. And how do I define better? Well, I test it myself, and if it is actually better on target, then I change. If not, I just keep doing what I've been doing. And that's kind of what I've been doing this week. The whole reason I'm doing all this is because, number one, you guys hit 3,000 likes on that one video that you know, I told you if you did, you get your annealing video. Once I did that, I'm like, you know, and as you guys know, this week I've been doing a lot of experimenting, and all that is leading to this, right? I'm gonna be testing this very soon, and then I'm gonna be comparing my flame annealer to the amp annealer. A lot of people, some very trusted people that I know, have told me, get an amp. Like, just get an amp. It doesn't get better than an amp annealer. I trust them, so there's the amp. However, like I said, I don't just take people's word for it. I test it for myself, and if it works, then I change. If not, I keep on doing what I've been doing. All right, let's anneal some brass. All right, so the way we're gonna mark this brass is one line is gonna be 10 seconds. It's 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do 3. 2 lines if 15 seconds. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and 3 lines 2, 3. That's 20 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna do like this. That's, god dang it. Oh, I don't know, across is 20 seconds. How about that? I'll ruin this one. I'll do another one. So this is 20 seconds. Okay. I'm gonna grab the same one. Okay, let's anneal it, see what happens. All right, so this is gonna be 10 seconds. I'm gonna dim the lights for you. Okay, that was 10 seconds. Now we're gonna do 15. I'm gonna turn the lights back on for 15 because I'm gonna have to use my my phone for that. All right, so here's the 15 seconds. 2 lines. Here we go. We're gonna have to do that manually. And like I said, I'm gonna have to time it with my phone. Okay. Can you guys see that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. Okay, reset. Here we go. This is very entertaining stuff. I understand. I know it. I mean, you're probably on the edge of the seat right now. 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Man, those get pretty red. Let me turn off the light for this one. All right, here we go. We can see 20 in the dark. That's pretty toasty. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Look at that. Woo. All right, let's go see how they seat. All right, so while I wait for the breast to cool down, I'm gonna read some comments that you guys have posted. Kenny Kanchi. When you anneal, do you anneal with spent primers in or out of the breast? I leave them in. Annealing is the very first thing I do after, when I get back to the reloading room. The first step for me is annealing. Quick question, do you anneal your fired brass first, then size it, or size it and then anneal it? I anneal it first, then size it, which is what we're gonna be doing today. How do you lube your brass? Do you use Stella or IPA like F-Class John? I lube with dye wax. There's a video where I used some, you know what, I got some new stuff. Let me go show you what I'm doing. Typically I use Imperial dye wax, but lately I've been using this ballistic, what is it? Come on camera. Come on camera. There it is. Ballistic case wax that I got from South Africa. So they sent it to me to try and it's really good stuff. So that's what I've been using lately. From Jesse Werner. Something no one is talking about. Consistency in annealing equals consistency in shoulder bump. Yes, I mean, you have to have consistency in the entire process. That's why you're supposed to anneal every time. You're supposed to trim every time. You're supposed to do everything every time. Everything you do to your brass, you're supposed to do it every time, because the way it performed right now, for example, let's just say you went out and shot today. You shot a match and it shot great, and you're gonna shoot it again next week. Well, you need to do the exact same thing all over again to that brass in order to expect the same results. So consistency is key, bottom line. Tommy boy, try running it through a normal neck sizing die 4 to 5 times and the tension should return. He's more likely right. However, the big concern is the base. If you get the brass too hot, you're going to get that base annealed, which is going to make it softer, which is potentially going to be a problem. So if you annealed a piece of brass that potentially that heat transferred to the base, just don't shoot it. Play it safe. Throw the brass away. And of course, this is why I'm doing this, right? The stuff that I heated up at 15 and 20, I'm not gonna shoot that stuff. Okay, so I'm not ready to risk any of my boomsticks. So maybe one day we'll do that, just not yet. One last comment from Chris K. What if you resize those cases and try to see the bullet? That's what we're gonna do today. All right, so before we go size it, this is what the brass looks like. The first 3 are 10 seconds, the next 3 are 15 seconds, and the last 3 are 20 seconds. And you can see, you know, the heat mark is lower as we advance in time. So far it's looking pretty conclusive, or conclusive is not the word. It's looking pretty, it's making sense. How about that? Give me the word in the comments, because I don't know what the word was that I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. 10, 15, 20. All right, let's go size it. All right, so speaking of lube, we're gonna lube the brass. I lube the entire thing, okay? Just like that, that's all it takes, not much. These are the ones that were 10 seconds, okay? One line. You know, I just thought about something. I said I was gonna do brass the way I typically do it, and I did not do that. We started at 10 seconds, but that should be good enough. All right, we're gonna measure the shoulder bump. Let's get the top dwell down to 10 seconds. All right, we're gonna zero the calipers. So we're full length sizing here, and then we're gonna use an expander mandrel here. This is, oh, dang it. Dang it. All right, let's try this again. So we're only gonna have 2 pieces of brass at 10 seconds. So I'm gonna show you what's going on. See all this powder all over my desk, everywhere. See that? I've been trying to, right here, I've been trying to size, or not size, but fully automate my 6BR, and it's not going well. It's, anyway, dropping powder all over the place, and I think that's what's going on. I got powder in the press, and it's not running like it's supposed to. So let me clean that up, and I'm gonna have to go anneal some more brass, and I'll be right back. Let's try this again. All right, full length sized. All right, full length sized. Full length sized. Then we're gonna get the expander mandrel here. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Now let's check the shoulder bump. All right, so $66.5. Identical, and one more. So this one's 1,000 longer. Okay, very close. 15, 3. Let's go. All right. Let's measure these. We got 66 and a half, so identical to the 10-second one. Let me grab the other two. 67 and a half. 66 and a half. So exact same results. Now let's do the 20-second one. All right. 66 and a half. Leave it alone. I'll wait. 66 and a half. 66. And the last one is 66. So appears that, I mean, the shoulder bump is very consistent throughout. You know, what is it, like a thou and a half for all 9 pieces? All right, let's go seat some freedom seats into them and see what happens. So first we're going to do the stuff that we seated or heated up at 10 seconds. Nothing. No pressure. All right, so the first one had no pressure whatsoever. Let's do the second one. These are 10 seconds. All right, so that was about 10. So maybe I should not run the expander band in them. All right, that one's also 10. Okay. Okay, let's see. This is 15. This is the stuff that we annealed for 15 seconds. Also 10 pounds. So it does have some tension still. Okay. 20 pounds. Wow, okay. This stuff was annealed 15 seconds. One more. I know, the suspense is killing you. That's about 18. Okay. All right, now let's move on to the stuff that I annealed for 20 seconds. I'm gonna cut the commercials right here. 20 pounds, 10 pounds, and 18 pounds. Okay, so wow, this stuff is not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, I don't know what to do now. It appears that they're all fine, even the 25-second brass. So, I mean, I guess shooting it would really tell us a lot, right? I got to think about that one. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Keep them centered.